Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm here at Matlock Farm Park for the Peak District Highland Games. Yes, once again I've come back here to watch athletes from all over the country competing for those trophies. Now hopefully I'm going to get to talk to Manby Strongman Events promoter Andy Picken. We'll get him up here to have a few words and to tell us about what's going to be happening today in the show.
Right, so this is Andy Picken at Manby Strongman Events, Peak District Highland Games 2024 here at Matlock Farm Park. So we've got 6 gruelling tests of strength here in this games. We've got 21 athletes, 5 strong women, and we've got 15 strong men as well competing. We'll be opening up with a log press that's around 120 kilo for reps. Both the women and men will be doing that. The women's is around about 65 kilo on the log. Then we'll be moving over to the 8-ton tractor pull. That's done for time over 20 metres, so the quickest time will win that. Then we go on to the traditional Highland Games events, the stone throw, which is around about 25 kilo, 2 attempts on that for distance. Then of course the caber toss, the traditional Highland Games event there, that's toss for distance, has to make a full rotation and land, that'll be measured for distance. Then we go on to the stone of destiny, that's 170 kilo stone and a 100 kilogram stone for the strong women. They will run round this arena as far as they can go to failure, carrying that, hugging that stone to the chest. There's various ways of holding it as they go round. There'll be a big crowd supporting them as well. And then of course we move on to the Peak District Dinny stones. That's 352 kilograms combined weight stones, one heavier than the other. We do allow straps on this just to get the extra time out of the athletes. I think we've just broke around about 1 minute 13 seconds. That's the record on that. You have got to hold that for as long as you can, and that is the finishing event. So it should be a great time down here at Matlock Farm Park.
That's brilliant, thank you very much.
You'd think I were a professional like that.
You would, wouldn't you? Yeah, that's great. What a great introduction that was. Thank you. That was Andy Picken there from Manby Strongman Events, who promotes this. And like he says, we've got a thrilling day of action here at Matlock Farm Park. So we're just waiting for the public to arrive. And then the Highland Games will start. But it will all start with a traditional Highland Scottish band will come on here, some Highland dancing, and then the games will begin.
Good morning everyone and welcome to Matlock Farm Park. It's great to be here in Derbyshire next to the Peak District. I'm here to represent the local businesses and the tourist board. Matlock Farm Park are a great asset in our area and they do a lot for entertaining young and old, as you can see here today, every day of the year. So it's great to be here and we've got a very special time, but there are lots of other things to do in and around the Peak District of Derbyshire. We've got lots of caves, you can explore those up near Buxton. Lots and lots of countryside, few houses to visit, Chatsworth and Haddon, of course Tissington, lots of amusements, and of course there's space, and the well-being of everyone is great. So taking part, moving around, cycling, walking, and going sailing at Carsington are all things you could do here if you're up here for a week or more. But what I'd like to say is there's a few local businesses around here that you should support if you've got more time this week, your last week before you go back to school. Obviously Chatsworth around the corner, the Heights of Abraham with the cable car and the amusements at the top. But there's so much more. But Matlock Farm Park have been a great asset, as I say, to our product in and around the Peak District. They've won Attraction of the Year several times and their staff have won various other best support staff and best individuals, so it's wonderful to be here today. But today we celebrate all that's good in Derbyshire, all that's good in the Peak District, but of course we've come here to watch these amazing ladies and gentlemen who are going to toss the caber, pull the tractor and everything else that you're going to hear about today. But now I'd like to formally declare the Peak District Highland Games open 2024. Good luck, competitors.
First up for the log press is Michaela Pearson. This is 55 kilo. Big round of applause. Has won this competition previously. Came second in the European Masters a couple of weeks ago. So she's been competitive on the European circuit of strong women as well. Really great athlete. Back-to-back competitions as well this year. So there's not been much rest between the competitions. As you can see, I think I saw her this week pulling a 225 kilo deadlift in training over there in Doncaster as well. That's before a competition, so we'll pick Michaela up. Got some good titles, as have all these strong athletes here today, but we'll just let her compose herself. Remember, you feel free to count the reps. It's from the floor, so if you're using that cylinder 55 kilo press there, and she'll be pressing that overhead. Now, as you can see with strongman, it's a little bit more raw than your powerlifting. We have got one or two athletes, I think, here that might be doing a little bit of a clean there, maybe. A little bit of a snatch, we'll see, but it's raw power this, so as you can see, rolling it up on the chest. One motion there. Big round of applause, please, for the first person today to get that press straight up. Remember, that's 55 kilo there. So come on here, Matlock, let's give her a big round of applause. No mean feat, this 55 kilo. I'm telling you, some of she's looking really good. Just as I wrestle here with my script in this wing, we've got score sheets flying all over and running orders. We're just letting the athletes know the running orders. That's really quick, using those pads to bounce up. Come on, Matlock! Yes, we love the crowd down here. It's one of my favourite crowds of the season, and she's making this look real easy now. She did say earlier on she had some worries to me in terms of the overhead. I reckon she could have done heavier than this, because this is just flying up into double figures here. No problem there. She's run out of time, and she's got off to a storm inside. Absolutely amazing there by Michaela Pearson. Danielle up next. So Danielle, when you're ready, this is her first appearance here as well at Matlock at the Highland Games. That's the running order. She is a bag of excitement here today. She can't wait to get started. First appearance here. Big round of applause, please. Let's make her feel welcome. So we'll see what Danny can do here. Second athlete here in the strongwoman comp, and I've not seen much of Danny before compete, so I'm really interested to see how she goes, and that's looking ultra smooth, controlled as well on the drop, waiting for the signal there from Mark Anglesey, 2 times Guinness World Record holder in his own right. We also have our crew here, Richard Hiley, he owns a gym over in Stockbridge, runs competition himself, Jack Tipper there as well. He's also competed in some of our shows. Andy Bainbridge over there, part of the crew. just making sure this is done within the rules, and this is looking super composed there by Danny, as she seems to have no problems at all hauling that weight up overhead. And for all you women out there, yes, strength training does have some great benefits for you all, and as you can see here, the women just going straight into this grinding rep after rep, using the time and not even looking fatigued there. This is a good effort using that cylinder log there, weighted up with those plates at the back as well. 55 kilos, still a really good weight, and as you can see, I think we could go heavier with this in the years to come, because this is looking quite straightforward, utilising all the time. Love a crowd pleaser. So big round of applause for the next athlete. Living a second appearance here at Peak District Highland Games. Trains out of Viking Gym Doncaster, and Mummy today as well, supporting her live, which was great to see. The sun shining down on Darlingdale as well. This is what we want to see at this event. So we'll see what Libby Lou can do. Competed in Yorkshire's Strongest Woman in July as well. So she's got some competitions behind her belt. Not been as active this season. Been on a coaching and nutrition programme as well, but she's throwing herself straight back into this. These are quick reps. It's really interesting to see the strategy of these athletes as well. Some just looking super composed, some really starting off fast, your wrist burning out later on. But she feels confident with that. She's got that little spring as well, which she's allowed to do, so just squatting and bouncing up, just making sure that she can lock out there. And so far, the two athletes that have gone so far, Michaela and Danny, showing no signs of fatigue and utilising all the time grinding these reps out. And this seems to be the case as well with Libby Lewis. She's hauling that up now, getting some speed in it as well. This could be tight at this point, so again, just rolling that up. Just being given the nod there by Mark Anglesey, so we'll see, being cheered on as well. That's always great about this sport. So just see there. This is looking good. The time's got to be winding down now. But the strong women here really showing, and then how it's done in front of this crowd. Big round of applause here for Libby! Amazing. And I want a big round of applause for this next athlete in her third appearance, Emma Wilson! All the way from Portsmouth. If you listened to BBC Radio Derby the other day, you will have listened to that interview by John Thor, who's also in the strongmen category. Emma competing under the under 64 kilos, so a lighter competitor, incredibly strong. 3 broken fingers, shall I remind you, that she's got today as well, but she's still competing. We'll see how it goes. Oh, she just manages to get that. And we'll see as we go through this competition how some of the smaller and lighter bodyweight competitors here can still pack an almighty punch. And she's managed to lock that out. Sometimes some of the athletes just need to feel the weight and they get into a rhythm. And she might have just found that rhythm a little bit, hasn't she? So with your help, crowd, we could get some decent reps here. And as you can see, oh, just managing to lock another one out. This is good stuff here by Emma. She competed in the OSG official strongman games as well, I think only last week, so it's been a very busy season for these athletes, and now obviously performing for your entertainment here live at Matlock Farm Park. Oh, she just manages that. Thank you, that was definitely the crowd's intervention there. Believe you me, the noise you generate really helps these athletes, because this is hard. Big applause here for Emma. I can already see that she's loved by this audience. It's always good to see these different categories up against each other, which is what's great about these games. So,
come on, man.
So, big round of applause here for Kim Hales. Hales from Lincolnshire, I believe, her third appearance as well. Specialist in the truck pulling as well. She's done a lot of truck pulling, arm over arm stuff. Different charity events, also a coach at the local football team, Bardney Rangers. Manby Strongman events sponsor their kit as well over in Lincolnshire, so I think she's got some support here. So we'll see what Kim can do. I've not seen her much this season in terms of the cuts, but she's managed to grind that out. Again, she's going barefoot on this grass. Always catches people out as well, the surface here with the grass. It gives way a little bit, you fall back on the back of your foot. You'll see that with the guys as well as they haul that 120 kilo customised log up in the air. But anyway, ignore the men right now. We're concentrating on the women. Last of the women here, and it's Kim Howells. Always a great crowd pleaser. So we'll just see her. So she's just going to adjust her belt. Oh, she need a belt! Look at that! Oh, and again, there's so many nuances with the equipment as well. Different equipment, the thickness of the handles, there's all sorts of different variables in strong woman and strongman sports. But anyway, she's going to give it another go. As you can see, that lactic acid building up. And she might have a little bit of time on the clock. I think the judges there are just come through, just letting her know she got one more, Matlock! Come on! Oh, so very nearly. And now you know what's worn underneath the kilt. Lycra shorts. Well done, Kim, and thank you very much there, Matlock, for your round of applause. Big round of applause for all the women again. That's the last of the women. Super stuff, girl power right there. So now we go with the men. So remember, this is a 120 kilo log press, and of course this is sponsored by the Peak Edge Hotel and Red Lion Restaurant, which is local round here, owned 4-star boutique property. So thank you very much for the Peak Edge Hotel. So first up we have Sean Blair. Big round of applause here for Sean, a regular at this show. So I'll just go through this weight. So Sean, Mark Stevenson and David Broomhead. What I'll do, athletes, is I'll give you a shout out the next three, so you've just got time to get ready. We'll speed this along. But I've seen some of the training that Sean's been doing, and I tell you something, I'm not going to lay on the pressure here, but he's been looking super strong on this logging training. Hails from down Stoke. He's been on this show 5 or 6 times. He's also competed at the Norfolk Highland Games, one of our shows, and won Rotherham Highland Games a few years ago, which is a week after this one. But we'll see how the men go. So remember, this is 120 kilos, guys. That's a big, big weight there. So we're talking around about 19 stones of weight in old money. And as you can see, it's a long log there as well. That weight sinks the feet into the grass as well. And this is 4 reps, so it's off. Big round of applause there for the first man to step up with the 120 kilo log press, sponsored by the Peak Edge Hotel. And we'll see how he goes. Got a little bit of a crosswind on here as well. This is what happens in live events. We're not in an arena here. There's a lot of factors we can't control. It's on grass, but it's super entertaining, and it levels the playing field here. We haven't got any weight categories in the men's division, so you've got lighter men taking on some of the bigger men. I think Sean got 5 reps on this last time. Matt Cole just pipped in with 6 reps, if my memory serves me right. But back down to business now. He's got to make sure that he just keeps still, but he's still looking pretty smooth, and I've seen Sean improve on this time after time. I know he's been training certain events, and this is still looking good. Come on, let's get behind him, Matlock, because this is really good stuff. It's hard to go out first. The other athletes will be watching him with interest as well. He's not chasing, it's all big round of applause there for Sean Blair's proper favourite as well down here at Matlock. I think he's been here for a long time. Really good competitor, sat on the podium before as well, missed out on first place. He's one to watch. There's a lot of guys here though that could be tussling for that place. So big round of applause here for Mark Stevenson! And the great story with Mark is he was a spectator of this event around about 6 years ago, inspired him to come into Strongman, and he's a spectator turned competitor, the only one we've had in all our shows, super passionate about it, has operated in the under 105, that 16.5 stone bodyweight division before, so one of the lighter competitors, lives and breathes the show as well. I know he loves it, so we'll see what Mark can do here. Not seen much of Mark's training either, so some of it's unknown to me. These some of the training videos I've seen from some of the guys, so I know that they're going to do pretty well. I haven't seen much from Mark, so it could be a surprise package here, so we'll just let him feel out that weight of that log. As you can see, it can catch you out. It's long as well, so the weight's distributed at either end. Causes a lot of force. Stability can be an issue sometimes, but we'll see what he can do. So he's dipping nice and low. Needs to be able to roll that up to the chest. He's just gone through some bicep rehab program as well. He did pull, I think might have teared his bicep as well a couple of months ago. He's coming back from injury. Could be a challenge, this one, for him, but I think he's big round of applause, please. I think what this does demonstrate, you've got time and 5 more events to go, Mark, so don't be disheartened about that. You know you can claw it back with a consistent performance, but it just shows you how difficult this is. So new athlete David Broomhead, please, when you step up. This is Broomhead. You've got to know the names throughout all the events. He's a new athlete in the at this event, so it's his first time as he steps up. I think a lot of the athletes always say to me in the morning when they come and they see the size of the arena, they look at the crowd and the nerves kick in. Believe you me, yes, we do a lot of these shows. This is one of the bigger shows. It does pile on the nerves, and that can catch people out as well. If he can use that to his advantage, I'll tell you, some of that's looking nice and smooth as well there by Broomhead. That's a good first rep. Again, taking his time, that might be a good strategy again. Just feeling that weight, planting his feet. As you can see, the lock can sometimes tilt you forward as well. If you just, for those that like the technique round these sort of sports, as you can see, when he lifts that up, it tilts you forward. So we'll just see what he can do there. So we'll go through some of the titles and resume of these athletes as we get further into the show as well. I've got a whole lot of information to share on what titles they've scooped up as well. We've got some real good regional talent on the show, and national talent and European talent on this show as well. But like I've always said, this does level the playing field, and this is looking good stuff by Broomhead. Is he going to leave some more in the tank? Big round of applause. I thought that was a super solid performance. So next up we have Joe Bromley. So big round of applause here for Joe. After Joe will be Sam Ashton, so athletes do just listen to me. So it'll be Sam Ashton after Joe. If you just get prepped, belted up, everything, so we can speed this along. 4 times Liverpool's strongest man. Has also dabbled in powerlifting as well. So quite technical on some of the lifts, I have seen that. So we'll see what Joe can do. He's competed on this show previously as well. Also competed at England's Strongest Man Ultimates as well, which is one of the days where he didn't appear on this show. He was called up in that, but we know he loves the Peak District Highland Games really. We'll see what Joe can do. As you can see, it is a rough surface here. Oh, and that's looking strong though there by Joe.
Somebody could fail it, that'd be marvellous.
And now he's just getting his feet where he wants them. And it might be that we do see what's underneath the kilt of some of these athletes today, because the wind is whipping right up there. So I hope you have got something on. It's a family show after all. But anyway, we get back down to business. He's looking good here. I remember this is 120 kilo, around about 19, 20 stone. Famous strongman event as well. You might have seen the record there. I think Iron Bibby holding around about 229 kilo. That's a 1 rep max. This is for reps. 120 kilo. Anybody that weight trains or goes to the gym will have an idea of how heavy this is. And as you can see, just arching the back there, using that belt just to keep everything tapping. But big round of applause there for Joe Bromley. Fantastic stuff. And next up, this guy is a unit. Stands just shy of 6'6". 25 stone, Sam Ashton. Big round of applause for Sam Ashton. Competed in Yorkshire's Strongest Man July. King of the North last year as well. Also competed at England's Strongest Man as well. So he's got some real good credibility in the sport. He's known across the circuit as well. He's been not as active this year as in previous years. They did do our competition last month, but he's getting that up pretty good. Remember, we'll see if these long levers help or hinder here. He's got a long way to hold that up and lock those arms out, those long arms. We'll see what Sam can do. This is his first appearance on this show. He has competed in Manby's Strongman event shows before, and he seems to be getting into a nice rhythm at the moment. Starting off just a little bit shaky. You've just got to find your feet there. You've just got to find that position. And then again, just arching back, pushing that to above, and this is still looking pretty smooth. Come on, Matlock, let's get behind him. See if we can get double figures. We can get 14 reps by the record holder, Scott Mark Litchfield, about 5 years ago. Let's see if that can be broken. So remember, this event is sponsored by the Peak Edge Hotel. Thank you very much. This is the Peak Edge Hotel. Log pressing again. Still looking good is the time on the clock. He could be happy with that. And he's looking superb there. That's a good number of reps. So 6 reps there for Sam Ashton. Sean Blair's with 8 reps. He's in the lead so far. That's looking brilliant. Matt Cole up next. Then we've got Miro. Then we've got John, Stevie. That is the running order, so just giving you a head up, guys, that's the running order. So I want a big round of applause for the defending Peak District Highland Games champion, Matt Cole! We'll have a look from Clint there with a contingent of support and his family as well. Won this event last year, podium the year before as well. So he's going to be a threat for the top three. But let's not discount Blair's, because Sean Blair's the first man to step up with 8 reps. That was a fantastic performance. Not seen Matt too active this year in the competition, so I don't know what he's got, but he's very detailed in his training. Absolute professional in terms of his own approach, so we'll see how many he can get. I think he managed 6 reps last year, which took the win. It was a struggle last year, sideways rain, but he's looking pretty smooth. We'll see if he can get anywhere near that 8 reps. I'm sure Sean Blaise will be looking with great interest, because this could be a good barometer. He's still looking pretty good to me. And this is looking good by Matt Cole as he hit form today. We'll see. Remember, he can just empty the tank. Oh, this is looking good by the defending champ on the opening 120 kilo event. This is looking good stuff, and again gets that straight up. This is looking powerful. There's no signs of time. Amazing there by Cole. Yes, let's lift the stage. That was a solid performance. Sometimes commentators curse, I see them training, but sometimes it can all come together in the door and it can go totally wrong. That was a great performance there. So 9 reps for Matt Cole there, just picks Blaise by one. We've got Miro next. Big round of applause here for Miroslav Holodeck here, our strongest man multiple times, just at Liverpool.
I think 3 is a big number. Yeah. I think 3 is a big number. I agree on 3. I think even I'm following.
So we're just sorting out some difficulties here with the wind blowing the cable. Martin has put up with this before we swap to the next event, and we'll try and sort that out.
I bet you that's it. Fucking really good at
Got a record? No. Yes. I have to put up with it, we're on the temporary speaker here. Sorry about that, I sound like I'm in a tunnel. Oh, they just love out there, so. Anyway, we're going to be able to go to the commentary here. The crowd are into the spirit here to go with the whole strongest man here. Anyway, round of applause there for you. I can speak on this praise the fan now. The Southampton PA system then come back here. So a big round of applause here for John Thorne. Live events don't just look good. Anyway, John Thorne travelling up from Portsmouth with Emma Wilson as well, so there's 2 of a double act in this show. We will sort this PA system out, don't worry, but we'll see what John can do. He's been on this show for a couple of times as well. I think it's his 3rd attempt. The wind playing havoc here with our PA system, but we'll see what John can do now. Not seen much of him, and that's a good first effort there, just feeling his way into the weight.
Yeah, you make my day. I'll do a lap of Anna. 500. Oh, sorry. Plumbers, you alright at the end of the season?
So we've got rid of the echo, we'll just have to do with temporary speed for the time being. But anyway, back down to John Thor. I don't want you to interrupt the guys here, I want you to get behind him. The big round of applause for John Thor, up from Portsmouth, on the road first, thank you, my voice is back, I haven't got the echo. We're just using one speaker here just to get us through this event, and we'll swap over. Anyway, it's not about me, it's about the athletes, and we've got that. Oh, the crowd please here. Many of you might have heard Sean as he was on BBC Radio Derby with innuendos flying all over, especially about the caper toss, laughing my head off listening to that. So, this is the winning on Stevie Speedman, Andy Lumley, Dave Johnson, Josh Lancaster, Jimmy Green. So next up, big round of applause to his first appearance, Stevie Speedman! Oh, Terry's support as well wherever it goes. He has been on our shows before. He's been desperate to get on this show as well, but he's always at music festivals, always got a busy social life. I'm only joking there, Stevie, but it's great to have him on this show. Only got notice of this yesterday as well. We had a couple of dropouts for altogether. You do get that in terms of injuries, but this show is never hard to fill. And I'm very, very intrigued to see what Speedman can do here. I think this could be a really good event for Stevie. I'm sure Blaze and Cole are going to be watching this with interest, because that is going up quite well so far by Speedman. A lot of events to go that suit him. I think at this competition he'll be good on the stones, I believe. Cable and stone throw are new to him, but the low press is going to be a great confidence builder. Do well on this event, it will lift the confidence, and this is still looking pretty good as Speedman holds that 122 low. Peak Hotel sponsored log up in the air. The crowd believes so, as Speedman believes so, as he rolls up and gets another one given by the judge Mark Anglesey. Has he got one more? Can he make this Titan challenging? Oh, can he's giving it just about controls it. Time on the clock, big round of applause there for Speedman. And next up, I'm sure there'll be some banter between these two. The train at the same gym over at Vikings, Doncaster. Big round of applause in his second appearance on the order. Hit the podium last year as well, so he's now got a little bit of experience back. So this will be interesting to see what Lumley can do. He's competed in the under 105 kilo, 6.5 stone bodyweight strongman, as does Matt Cole, Sean Blaze as well. So we've got a contingent of these competitors, and these really suit these guys as well. They're very good at some of the events. We'll see if Lumley can tackle this and get anywhere near Blaze and Cole and Speedman. Anybody into double figures is going to be doing massive here. So 7 reps there for Speedman on the board. We'll see if Lumley can threaten this, because he's still looking pretty good. Remember, this is the first event. They have warmed up a little bit in their little athlete zone over there. So this is the first event. They will get stronger and better as we go through the competition. Just need to blow them cobwebs off and get down to business, settle them down. But this is looking good for Lumley. Oh, just about stabilises it. Has he got another on? I think I'm happy with that. His time on the clock. Big round of applause there for Lumley! Now next up, big round of applause here for Dave Johnson! Best effort off the lots. Love that marine vehicle. See if that side wing crosses that. Don't get knocked over there, Dave, with that. It looks like a great big sail there on the head. But anyway, back down to business. Dave competed in this show good number of times, must be around 5 or 6 times. There's a hell of a lot for charity out in Lincolnshire. Been on the truck pulling shows as well, organises shows himself, organised thousands and thousands of pounds for Cash for Kids, mental health charities and cancer charities as well, after losing one of his good mates. So really does a hell of a lot in terms of charity work. Logo's been his Achilles heel. We'll see if he's improved on this. So it's always been a difficult event, this for Dave. So let's see how he can handle this. He'll be desperate just to get 1 rep out of that, but we always know this event can be difficult for him. He'll come back if he doesn't get the rep in the other events. He's got some good events that suit him. We'll see if we can get in the Dave. Look at this thing, it's a tremendous weight. And it's one of those things that's gained some encouragement there by the judges. As you can see, guys, we do not make this competition light. Big round of applause there. This is real heavyweight. We're not kidding with these weights. That's a massive weight. Dave's a really strong guy as well, and that just proves how difficult that can be. So Josh Lancaster, next big round of applause for Josh Lancaster! He won Yorkshire's Strongest Man last month, one of the lightest competitors in this field of athletes, competes in the under 80 kilo division there. So that's well under 14 stone, 13 stones, roughly around that in body weight, giving around about 10 stone body weight. Well, we're not going to call it disadvantages actually, as you'll see, it can be a very, very powerful guy, so we'll see what Josh can do. He holds records as well, British records. You can see single arm dumbbell pressing as well, lives and breathes this sport as well, he never stops. This is a gigantic effort here by the lightest guy in the field. Oh, amazing as you can see there. It's a split jerk there, using a little bit of technique to compensate on his body weight, and he's managing to get that up. Now that, guys, is something you'll see in Olympic weightlifting. It's quite technical to do. In strongman you will normally get it just pushed overhead, but he's using that just to get that up, and he's doing really well, as you can see, 13 stone body weight. Josh Lancaster very active on the scene. This could be a good event, and he's using that to his advantage. This could be good. This is what's good about this event right now. We have no weight categories in. A smaller guy can compete with a bigger guy. Both have advantages and disadvantages with that. This is looking pretty good so far. This could shake up and upset the field. We'll see how it can go. He's still looking strong. This could be an upset. If anybody wants the YouTube videos that I did pre-show, I warned you that Josh Lancaster could be a surprise package. Big round of applause! Amazing there by Josh Lancaster. I didn't know how he'll do that. This is his first appearance at these games, and he goes out and smashes that. Absolutely amazing there. 7 reps there by Josh Lancaster. Wow, and another newbie for this. Big round of applause for the last competitor today on the Peak Hotel sponsored log press, Jimmy Green! Great to have Jimmy here. Halifax Strength Unit, I believe, co-founded there with Tom Holland, so I've got to give a big shout out there. He operates gyms around there, as do some of our crew as well, which Harry own Muscle Empire over in Stockbridge. If anybody fancies training in this, there's local gyms down here that do this specialist type of training, but Jimmy being the last guy now to have a go at the log press. His first appearance down here at Matlock as well. This a few times with competition clashes, lots of competitions over this weekend, and he's been wanting to get on this show for a while, so now it's Jimmy's chance. We'll see how he's going to do as he feels that log. Oh, and that's looking pretty good. I did have a conversation with Jimmy earlier this morning. He hasn't done a load of training, and that might actually be a good thing sometimes. You can freshen up, just give the body time to rest. There's some of the other guys who are just in and out of competitions constantly, can get that competition fatigue, but this is looking surprisingly good by Jimmy. Don't know much about his training. Not seen too much of him this season as well, so a surprise package for me. No insight into what Jimmy can do, but I'll tell you something, these are quick reps, and they're not looking difficult so far. Maybe just a little bit there, just to tempt him to get that lockout. Staircase smelling salts in, just raking himself up, and just the trick, don't it, because he gets another one out. This is the last athlete on the first event, 5 more events to go. This is still looking quick. I'll tell you something, Jimmy Green, Jesus, this is quite a surprise. Oh, he's got to be more around that field. 8 reps by Jimmy Green.
Wow, wasn't that absolutely amazing stuff there with the log press, our first event. So please join us for the next event, which will be the tractor pull. And hopefully they'll be able to sort out the PA system as well, so we can hear what's going on. But until then, please, everybody out there in YouTube land, stay safe. And I'll see you all again soon in the next video. Take care now.